Since ancient times, youth has been seen as a fleeting privilege, something that fades with the years. But what if aging is not about the body, but rather the energy one carries? Some people, regardless of their age, maintain a youthful and vibrant appearance. It's not just about genetics or good skincare habits. The explanation goes beyond biology and connects to something that not everyone perceives: the energetic frequency each person projects into the world. According to Jacobo Grinberg's studies, the human mind does not just perceive reality, it shapes it. If the way we think and feel influences our health, could it also affect our appearance? The answer is yes. Apparent youthfulness is a reflection of one's internal energy state. People who live in harmony with themselves and their surroundings radiate vitality, which is reflected in their faces, posture, and even the way they speak. Have you ever noticed how someone with vibrant energy seems lighter, while another person burdened by negativity appears older than they really are? This happens because dense emotions like stress, resentment, and fear directly impact the body, accelerating cellular aging. The opposite is also true. Those who cultivate a positive mental state based on peace, gratitude, and purpose activate biochemical processes that promote a more youthful appearance. And this is not mysticism. It's science. Chronic stress, for example, stimulates the production of cortisol, a hormone that in excess causes inflammation in the body and speeds up skin aging. On the other hand, emotions such as joy and gratitude trigger the release of endorphins and serotonin, neurotransmitters that improve both physical and mental health. So, if someone wants to maintain a younger appearance, the first step is not an expensive cream or a cosmetic procedure, but an internal reprogramming. Small daily changes, such as taking a deep breath instead of reacting impulsively, avoiding negative conversations, and practicing gratitude before bed, are enough to transform one's personal energy and, in turn, reflect a lighter, more youthful appearance. Some people carry a serenity in their gaze that defies time. While many worry about wrinkles and signs of aging, these individuals seem untouched by the wear of the years. The secret: they do not live in the rush of the world, do not waste energy on unnecessary worries, and have learned to choose their battles wisely. They are known as old souls, those who have been through so many experiences that they have come to understand something essential. What truly matters is not racing against time, but living in peace with it. Being an old soul has nothing to do with chronological age. It's about having an internal wisdom that allows one to see life from a calmer perspective. While many exhaust themselves with stress, arguments, and comparisons, these individuals have chosen a different path, the path of lightness. This does not mean they do not face challenges, but rather that they have learned not to cling to energies that drain them. This inner state directly reflects on their appearance. People who hold on to grudges, worry excessively, and dwell on the past show it on their faces. On the other hand, those who live in harmony with their choices and accept life as it is, emit a lighter energy, something others notice but often cannot explain. This explains why old souls often appear younger than their age. They do not waste energy on what they cannot control, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and know when to step away from situations that drain their vitality. Want a practical example? Observe people who constantly dwell on the past or nurture resentment. Their expressions are tense, their bodies are rigid, their foreheads furrowed. Now look at someone who practices forgiveness, who understands that everything passes, and who does not cling to what they cannot change. That person has a more serene expression, a more open gaze, and a more inviting energy. This difference is the key to understanding how one's approach to life can directly impact their appearance and youthfulness. The first impression someone makes is not just about their physical appearance, but also the energy they carry. Have you ever met someone and even without exchanging many words, felt a good sensation? Or on the contrary, a heavy atmosphere? This happens because every person emits a vibrational field that affects their presence and how others perceive them. Those who cultivate heavy thoughts, live under constant stress, or engage in conflicts tend to project dense energy, which not only repels people, but also reflects on their own bodies, accelerating physical wear and tear. The opposite is also true. People who maintain light energy, practice gratitude, and avoid overloading themselves with negative emotions radiate a glow that makes them more attractive and youthful. This happens because the body directly responds to one's mental and emotional state. Someone who is always worrying, criticizing, and complaining activates biochemical processes that increase cortisol levels, harming the skin, organs, and even the immune system. On the other hand, those who cultivate thoughts of harmony and maintain a high vibration reduce the effects of aging on the body. Their face remains more relaxed, their posture more open, and their expression more welcoming. So how can you put this into practice? Small daily habits make all the difference. Instead of holding on to resentments, try to understand that some things are beyond your control. Avoid consuming content filled with negativity and prioritize activities that elevate your energy, such as physical exercise, spending time in nature, and engaging in constructive conversations. What you think and feel shapes your reality and your appearance. Those who maintain healthy energy do not need to worry so much about the passage of time, because youth stops being just a number and becomes a vibration that can be felt by everyone around them. Intuition is that inner voice that signals when something is right or wrong before the rational mind even processes the information. Some people trust it, while others ignore it. But the fact is that intuition can be one of the greatest allies in maintaining youth. This is because following intuition helps avoid unnecessary wear and tear, both emotionally and physically. Those who learn to listen to their intuition make decisions more aligned with their well-being, distance themselves from draining environments and people, and choose paths that bring lightness to life. This natural mechanism has a direct impact on appearance. When someone insists on staying in situations that cause discomfort, whether a draining job, a toxic relationship, or a negative environment, the body reacts as if it is under constant threat. Chronic stress, caused by this disconnection from intuition, releases substances like cortisol and adrenaline, which accelerate aging by compromising cellular regeneration. On the other hand, those who learn to respect their limits and follow their inner voice avoid unnecessary exhaustion, keeping their energy balanced and their appearance youthful. Applying this in daily life takes practice, but it is possible. Start by noticing small signs. How does your body react to certain people or situations? A feeling of heaviness or tightness in the chest may be a sign that something is not right. Instead of ignoring it, reflect, and if necessary, step away. Another effective practice is setting aside quiet moments for yourself. Meditation, outdoor walks, or even turning off your phone for a while can help strengthen this inner connection. The more aligned your energy is with what truly resonates with you, the lighter and younger your expression in the world will be. Many people worry about wrinkles and expression lines, but forget about the emotional burdens they carry inside. Repressed emotions are like invisible baggage that affects not only the mind, but also the body. Holding on to resentment, reliving past pain, and nurturing unresolved sadness create energetic blockages that manifest physically. The face becomes more rigid, muscles tense up, and the expression loses its glow. Those who fail to release these burdens age faster because their body is constantly dealing with unprocessed emotions. Emotional healing is a profound process that transforms not only how a person feels, but also how they present themselves to the world. People who have gone through difficult times and managed to overcome them often appear lighter and even younger. This happens because the energy once consumed by trauma and heartache is now free to flow without resistance. The body responds to this relief by releasing feel-good hormones, reducing inflammation, and promoting cellular regeneration. The opposite is also true. Those who hold on to the past and live in constant suffering overload their system, accelerating aging and directly impacting their health. How can you start this process? One of the most effective ways is learning to reframe experiences. Holding on to resentment does not change the past, but it does change the present and the future. Therapy, journaling, and forgiveness exercises are powerful tools for releasing these emotional chains. Another essential step is managing daily emotions rather than feeding negative feelings. Replace them with uplifting practices, such as listening to pleasant music, surrounding yourself with supportive people, and engaging in activities that bring joy. When the soul finds relief, the body responds, and that transformation is reflected in the mirror. Youth is not just about the skin, but also about how one perceives life. People who cultivate genuine joy and daily gratitude carry a different energy, one that reflects in their expression, posture, and even the way they move. This happens because positive emotions activate biological processes that benefit both the body and mind. When someone finds pleasure in their routine, laughs often, and appreciates the small things, their body responds by producing substances that reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and strengthen the immune system. On the other hand, a lack of gratitude and constant dissatisfaction create the opposite effect. Those who spend all their time complaining or waiting for something external to bring them happiness overload their bodies with unnecessary stress. This continuous tension translates into rigid facial expressions, hunched shoulders, and a dense energy that makes even social interactions more difficult. True joy does not come from big events, but from training the mind to see value in the present. People who maintain this lighter outlook on life not only live better, but also appear younger. So how can this be applied daily? Small habits make a big difference. Developing the practice of listing 3 good things before bed, learning to laugh at simple moments, and mentally expressing gratitude for pleasant experiences are simple yet powerful techniques for shifting personal energy. Another effective exercise is reprogramming the way one speaks, replacing phrases like, "I hate Mondays," with, "Today is a new opportunity for something good to happen." The way we express ourselves directly influences the energy we project, and that energy in turn plays a crucial role in shaping our appearance and long-term well-being. People who live with a clear purpose radiate a different kind of energy. They wake up with enthusiasm, face challenges with resilience, and carry a sparkle in their eyes that often makes them look younger than they actually are. Having a purpose aligned with what resonates with the soul is not just a philosophical concept, but a powerful tool for maintaining vitality. This is because motivation and passion for what one does release neurotransmitters that regulate mood, reduce stress, and strengthen the body. Conversely, those who live without direction, merely reacting to life's events, tend to feel more exhausted, lacking energy, and even appear older than they are. When there is no strong reason to move forward, the mind loses stimulation and the body responds with chronic fatigue and a sluggish posture. Time does not weigh the same on those who feel they are building something meaningful. Even at older ages, people with a purpose remain productive, full of new ideas, and surrounded by a vibrant energy that keeps them young. And what if someone feels they have not yet found their purpose? The best way to start is by asking, what makes me feel alive? It could be helping others, creating something new, teaching or exploring possibilities. It does not have to be something grand. It just needs to bring satisfaction and a genuine reason to keep evolving. A good practice is to set aside moments for reflection and experiment with new activities without fear of failure. When someone discovers what makes their heart resonate, their energy shifts, and that transformation is reflected not only in their expression, but in every aspect of their life. Contact with nature has a profound impact on both the body and mind. Those who spend time in natural environments, whether in a park, at the beach, or even caring for plants at home, experience an immediate shift in energy. This happens because nature has a balanced vibrational frequency, capable of restoring vitality and reducing the effects of stress. Science has already proven that being surrounded by green spaces lowers cortisol production, improves sleep, and strengthens the immune system. This means that, beyond calming the mind, connecting with nature directly influences youthfulness and skin health. On the other hand, living without this connection can have the opposite effect. People who spend most of their time indoors, surrounded by technology and subjected to a fast-paced routine, often show signs of fatigue and premature aging. Constant exposure to artificial stimuli, such as phone screens and artificial lighting, disrupts the body's natural cycles and can impair processes like cellular renewal. Those who disconnect from nature move away from their source of balance, accumulating tension and reducing their body's natural ability to regenerate. The solution is simple and accessible, incorporating small doses of nature into daily life. Walking barefoot on the grass for a few minutes, soaking in the early morning sunlight, observing the movement of trees, or smelling the earth after the rain are powerful ways to recharge energy. For those living in big cities, creating an indoor space with plants or taking strategic breaks in green areas can make a significant difference. The more connected one is with nature, the more balanced their energy becomes. And this balance is directly reflected in their expression, mood, and physical appearance. What the mind believes, the body feels. This is not just a motivational phrase, but a scientific truth. Jacobo Grinberg argued that the mind is not just a receiver of information, but an active agent in shaping reality. In other words, the way one perceives themselves and life directly influences their energy, health, and even appearance. Recurring thoughts of fatigue and aging cause the body to respond to these beliefs, whereas a positive and vibrant mindset helps maintain a state of vitality for much longer. This happens because the brain is constantly sending signals to the body about how it should behave. People who frequently say things like, "I'm too old for this," or "My energy is not the same anymore," reinforce these ideas until they become biological truths. On the other hand, those who nurture thoughts of well-being, renewal, and youth naturally stimulate the production of hormones that promote cellular regeneration. This explains why some people appear youthful even at an advanced age. They simply never internalize the belief that they should age in a conventional way. Changing this mental programming is possible and starts with paying attention to daily thoughts and speech. Replacing limiting expressions with positive affirmations can rewire the way the body responds to time. Instead of complaining about age, focusing on the energy and vitality one still has makes a difference. Creating a kinder and more empowering internal dialogue transforms perception and reality. Another powerful practice is visualization. By closing one's eyes and imagining oneself as a healthy, energetic person, the brain starts acting as if that were already true. And when the mind adopts this new programming, the body follows the same path. Being authentic is one of the most powerful ways to maintain high energy levels and a youthful appearance. When someone constantly tries to fit into societal standards, please others, or follow a script that doesn't align with their essence, an inevitable internal exhaustion occurs. This disconnect between one's true self and the image they try to portray creates an emotional burden that, over time, reflects on the body. Authenticity, on the other hand, releases this tension. Those who allow themselves to be who they truly are, without fear of judgment or the need for external approval, carry a lightness that translates into vitality and well-being. The opposite is also true. People who live under constant pressure to conform, who excessively worry about others' opinions, or who suppress their desires, end up carrying that tension in their face and posture. The body interprets this state as a permanent alert, increasing stress hormone production, tensing muscles, and accelerating cellular aging. Have you ever noticed how some people seem exhausted even without a physical reason? Often, this fatigue comes from the daily effort to maintain an identity that doesn't reflect their inner truth. The solution is simple, but requires courage, making space for one's true self. This can start with small steps, such as expressing opinions more freely, allowing oneself to make mistakes without guilt, and letting go of the need to please everyone. Another way to strengthen authenticity is by dedicating more time to activities that genuinely bring joy, whether a hobby, a personal project, or even a major life change. The more aligned a person is with themselves, the more their energy flows without blockages, and this energy is the true source of a youthful appearance, and a presence that radiates both strength and ease.